You're feeling my trim, yeah?
What do you know? Yeah, but let's learn.
Next time you go on a date, you have to ask the guy this question. So I have a theory that if a man has a really strong reaction to this question, it's a sign that he doesn't like things that he can't control, which can be a red flag because if he's a control freak and likes to control every single thing and doesn't like things that are unpredictable or can be a little bit of like... So the question is really simple, but it has a meaning, I promise. You're gonna ask him how he feels about cats. And you don't even have to tell him like that you have a cat or anything. Just be like, oh, are you more of a dog person or a cat person? Like, how do you feel about cats? Now, if he has like a pretty neutral stance and he's like, oh, I mean, cats are okay. Or obviously if he's like, oh my gosh, I love cats, I have a cat, whatever, he passed the test. But if a guy has a really strong, like, disgusting reaction towards cats, and he's like, oh my God, cats are crazy. Like, I can't stand them. They're mean. You know, like, we've all talked to somebody who has like a really strong negative reaction about cats for whatever reason. And I swear this means that those people or like that person doesn't like things that are unpredictable and that they can't control. Because dogs are pretty easy to train. But cats are a whole other story.
Women want men to lead, but don't want them to have control. This lady's clearly just making up excuses on why she's going to be a cat lady in the next 10 years.
They call her the cat lady.
Turn around, turn around. What is something your parents don't know about you?
They don't know I'm a My dad would maybe be a little disappointed.
I would think so. Maybe a lot disappointed.
That kind of hurted me though.
Asking strangers for their number in public.
I would rather chew a jean jacket than ask a guy for his number. What the is this? That would be disgusting. Poo. Disgusting.
A jean jacket. Wow.
Nah,
that's a bar.
Never. Like, when it comes to that, like, oh, hi, I saw you from across the street. Girls have no game.
Girls have no game.
Yeah,
I can talk on that all day.
Hi,
oh God.
I think you're cute. Can I have your number? I sound like a beck. Like, what the hell?
So make me feel pretty as well, though.
Nah, because what do I say? Well, you're trim sharp.
Yeah,
you knew that when you left the chair.
We would love that.
Guys like compliments too, you know?
Yeah, your trim's so sharp. Can I have your number?
No, because guys take compliments as like, instead of you saying, oh, thanks, you'll be like, you're feeling my trim, yeah? What do you know?
Yeah, but let's learn, man.
You've learned that.
Let's be gas too, man.
I want to be excited.
I don't get how women can hustle men out of vacations, trips, gifts, bags, whatever, trips to the salon, anything. But overwhelmingly, you ladies have no game. You can't just walk up to a stranger and get their number. So the next time you see a man approaching you, cut him some slack. I'm not saying give him your number, but cut him some slack. He's doing something you couldn't do on your best day.
I don't care what any man ever tells you. The longer you make us wait for the cookie, the more we will value you after we get it. Do you understand me? Time does matter. With that being said, I want you to understand this. With that being said, if a man respects women, it doesn't matter how soon y'all did it. And if a man does not respect women, it don't matter how long you made him wait. Make sure you know how he feels about women, and there's no better way to find that out than to ask him how he feels about his mother. And the last point, Queen, don't make the mistake of so many sisters who look for men who they have something in common with, right? We both psychologists, we both watch the reality show, we both like to read, we both like the beach. That's superficial. You should be looking for whether or not y'all share the same values. He like to spend money, you like to save money. You want to have a lot of children, he don't want none. You believe in a relationship with God, he don't believe in God. You believe in saving for retirement, he wants to live for today. Study a man's values and make sure you can live with what he believes in. And the last thing, I know I said 3, but I'm gonna give you this. You can never change a person. When you meet that man, Queen, ask yourself this and be honest with yourself. Can I live with him as
You know the saying, when you know, you know? Everyone always talks about that in dating. What no one talks about is when you don't know. And that applies just as well. When you don't know, you know. If someone has you so confused, you're so insecure with them, there's no safety, there's no security, there's no reassurance, there's no certainty how they even feel about you, you know that person is not for you. If someone is causing you so much anxiety that you're literally doing this, you are frying your nervous system, you know that person is not for you. So if you find yourself constantly questioning, does he like me? Is he the one? Are we gonna be together? Is this gonna work out? The answer is no. Because just like when you know, when you don't know, you also know.
If you don't know, the answer is no. It's a no. Get your head out of la la land. If you didn't know if you walked outside today, if you were going to get struck by a vehicle or bit by an animal, would you stay inside? You know that, don't you? Well, stop making stuff up in relationships.
This is how you're literally gonna make grown men fall in love with you. Guys, I just know how they think and you can use it to your advantage. Number one, grown men love younger girls because they feel like they are easy to manipulate. It's a known fact that women their age are very firm on their boundaries, they're very confident in themselves, probably gone through a divorce or two. Older men are obsessed with potential. They love a girl who works out, who is very well put together, who has the clean girl and kind of innocent girl look. They are simply attracted to how much life, how much potential you have.
How's that potential when you're already working out, you're clean, you're presentable? It's the bitter Biddy that is the one that has potential because she's just getting back on the dating scene after that fresh divorce.
Almost like they're a little bit jealous and they kind of want to like live vicariously through you. They also love a girl who has the things that they love about older women their age, but who doesn't have the things that they don't love. Meaning you have very classy style, feminine style. You have manners, you have taste, you're cultured, you're educated, but you're not bitter. You're not a wounded feminine who's upset at men. Don't have a lot of trauma from all of your past relationships. Use this however you want to. Before I found my amazing boyfriend, who I hope will be my husband one day, I was dating older guys in their 30s and 40s, and they just know how to treat women. So I'm for it all the way. Stay away from the manipulative ones.
Why would anyone want to date somebody who's being negative all the time? If a man could find those qualities in someone who's older, he absolutely would date her. But the odds are she's been ripping and running, and now, her words, she's bitter.
I'm a 24-year-old guy from Sydney, Australia, who's run up against a big problem. Last November, I lost a well-paying job due to an anxiety disorder I've developed over the years. I've sought out treatment, been through therapy, had all sorts of diets and breathing exercises, and although recently it's been much more manageable, it unfortunately wasn't enough to hold on to my high-pressure job. You know what, dude? It was probably the job. Granted, I have no medical background whatsoever, but I really don't, you know, when you have to, like, eat and start going just so you can go to work. Okay. Yeah, dude, when you have to function like that just to go to work, it's probably the job. And considering you developed it over the years, let me guess, was it as you got this high-pressure job? I don't know. So anyways, currently I'm looking for a more low-key job. Anyways, 3 days after I'm let go, I get a call from a friend I'd had drunken, unprotected sex with. The only reason why I went back to her house was that our house was within walking distance from the pub. We share a bed, and nature takes its course. Oh my God. It was, of course, a risk, and like any idiot male, I just assumed nothing would happen. Turns out I'm going to be a dad come August after a mere one sexual indiscretion. I've known this woman for over 3 years. She's successful, smart, witty, and we get on really well. We get on really well. She is, sorry, there was a big space in a new paragraph. I'm not that dumb, people. Please still believe in me. She's been up until now childless, and you can understand her reasonings for wanting to keep the spawn. She expects me to play an active role in the parenting game, and to be honest, that's something I am wholeheartedly prepared to do. That's so, they like make the decision. I mean, because it is their body, they have to go through the procedure, but it's just really, you're really just, you're just a jizz hose. That's really all we are. We were both irresponsible, and we should both have to pick up the pieces and work shit out. Here's the problem. She wants me to move in with her. Before I read any more of this, anyways, in fact, she's demanded I moved in with her. Double fat. She's making demands. Go for yourself. All right? I wish you did that earlier. I wouldn't have been in this situation. I can't help thinking that this arrangement would descend very quickly into mutual resentment and unhappiness, and would eventually be a detrimental environment for the kid. I've lived with friends in the past, and if a dirty kitchen can cause irritation, I don't know how baby will fly under the radar. I want to move somewhere close by so I can share the parenting duties, but I don't see how moving in is a better solution. She is also asking for financial support to the tune of half, which the I've spelt out above surely makes this impossible. She's tit deep in an already blossomed career, and I'm doing my best to stay away from the dole, or as Americans say, welfare. So I'm asking advice on two things. How do I relay my moving in doubts to a hormonal pregnant woman without hurting her feelings or making her feel like she has to go at it alone? And how can I spell it out to her that I won't be able to be there for the baby financially in the way she wants? Jesus Christ, dude. What else? And how do you jump to the moon? By the way,
Calling into a podcast, writing into a radio station, asking your friends. It's all going to equal the same, my man. You got to suck it up, Buttercup. That child didn't ask to be here. You bring that child into this world, so you have to take care of it. Now, it's not necessarily going to be on the same income as the woman that you've been involved with, but you have to do what you can. Go ahead and move closer. I would not suggest moving in, because you're right. That's definitely, tensions are going to flare, but you need to make sure that you move things around, that you can spend that time, and of course, your part of the financial responsibility.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you made it this far, go ahead and click like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.